And we are back. Hey, this time I think I'm going to change the number here. Okay, cool. Welcome back everyone to our little project. We have only like four days left. So yeah, it's getting important to start to think about ending the project. So we're going to start making real environments. So we're going to open Blender and try to do some stuff here, there. Okay, that's not good. Okay. So yeah, let's start. So I want to make a little apartment where you have some like fixtures in it, and you can just play around with everything. Let's try to do that. I'm not sure about the Blender pipeline. Usually I just export everything and work inside Godot, but I have collision and physics object to take care this time, so we'll see how to handle that. Yeah, let's go. So I want a small apartment. I want it to be realistic. So we need an apartment that will feel realistic. So we need an enter. We need wait, I need a numpad. Yeah, I have a little thing like this where it's supposed to be a numpad, but I remapped everything, so I use it for when I use like Krita or stuff like that to be able to change tools. It's especially useful when using when doing video editing, to have all the shortcuts to cut videos and stuff like that. But here we need an actual numpad, so I have a way to change. I'm not sure I can show that to you, but yeah, I have a way that I can just change the mode. So now I use the numpad mode, and now it's just a numpad. Okay. So yeah, let's make an apartment. It should be a really small studio, you know. So let's start with the floor plan, I guess. Let's remove this part of the cube, and we're just going to work out of this. Okay, so I guess we could have what's the name of the numpad thing again? Can you type it in chat? It's... Hi there, Fantozer. It's a numpad. Like, it's just I bought the cheapest. Okay, let me story time. Okay. My friend bought a Stream Deck. So I was jealous about it, and I was like, hey, I want one too. And then what happened is it's not cheap. So I was like, can I just take a full keyboard and make it a macro pad? And you actually can. I'm using a full keyboard as a macro pad for shortcuts, so I can open any app from here. I have a lot of cool shortcuts where I can just highlight a text and click that and it will search it. So yeah, I made a lot of funny stuff. I have a soundboard here. So you can do sound effects. I don't use it enough. I should use it more. But yeah, that's funny. And then I was like, yeah, that's cool, but that's a bit big. I want a little one to be able to use it when I draw and when I do some video editing. So I got myself a little numpad, wireless numpad that is using a standard battery. It's just a dumb numpad, you know. And then I made a Python script, and now it's not a dumb numpad anymore. It's a cool numpad. I cannot really zoom or anything, but yeah. But it's better than Stream Deck in my opinion. Like I can really do anything from a Python script. I changed my scenes from here, so I can use that to use like OBS stuff and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really useful. The way it's done in Python is I'm using EVDev input device, so I can just check what the name of this one is, and just like each time it's connected to my computer, it prevent the default input and just replace with my own stuff. So yeah, that's how I do it. What's the question? But how do you make this happen? As far as I know, a button press cannot be differentiated which keyboard it came from. No, I thought that too. I thought you were not able to do that, but it turns out if you use, I don't know, yeah, which characteristic do I use? So I have a for loop where I check if the device name is exactly what I want, then I can just know which device it is, and then I can use the grab function, and I disable all the events from this device, and I just catch them. And what's funny is that I can then use it as a standard numpad by just using pass-through. But I have a way here where I hold this button, and then I can change the mode. Like I have different modes for every button. I would like to show you this, but I cannot really show you this. Or maybe I need to change in OBS, because yeah, I'll make a video or something on all of that. That's cool. I was listening in the background, so I thought you had mentioned a specific make or model, but it's DIY. Yeah, it's 11. I got that for 11 euros, and I have an old keyboard, old 5. You can find keyboards like that for $5, and that's really cool. I don't know why we will want to buy like 100. I saw one of it, a macro tool, and it was like $100, and I was like, that's crazy. And then you have to use their own software. Here I'm just using my own Python script. I can make funny Python stuff, use any Python tool I want. So yeah. So I think we make so it's supposed to be an apartment. I think we make the entrance here, And then a little kitchen area there. And then maybe what's your modeling? Yeah, I'm making an apartment. Then we want the walls here. What size should the wall be? Maybe 2 divisions. We need a loop cut here. We need 2 loop cuts. Okay. That we can make a door. Okay. Okay. So here we want the bathroom. What else? The entrance. I think you will not be able to exit, but I want a door. I'm not sure I want the walls to be part of the model. Like maybe the walls are different objects, you know? Yeah. And this is just the little corner where they will have their bed, their little, maybe a little desk here or something. Yeah, something like this. Oh no, plans are hard. Hey, Spectre. Let's start over. Okay. Wait, should we use a software made to make actual house models? I'm not sure. I know about a software that you can use to make house plans. Would it be better? No, the export process will be horrific. Yeah, let's start small. Let's start with the bathroom, and then we'll see from there. I don't want to get things too complicated too fast. So the bathroom, I'm not sure they will have a. Yeah, let's just make a bathtub and a toilet seat, and yeah. So let's add a cube. Let's put this. Wait, what? What's happening? Why was this so slow? Strange. Okay. Okay. We need to keep track of the sizes. I think a bathtub being 2 meters makes sense. Okay, let's add some modifier bevel. And let's shade that smooth. Okay, this should be like porcelain stuff. Is this called porcelain? Not even sure. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Porcelain.
Nice. Okay, I think we might be able to use some Boolean modifier, but I never had great experience with that, so we're just going to try and make this that way instead. Okay, I think we have a bevel tool. Not working as I would expect. Yeah, that's it. Okay. What was the UID? Extrude, then chamfer. How does that work? I want to learn your method. Extrude, okay, extrude, and then what? I thought you wanted to round the edges, not the corners. Oh, yeah, okay. So I have a bevel for everything, that should work. Kind of. Okay. This is way more faces than needed. So I'm just going to try and merge them with those ones. There's a way to snap to grid. Okay, merge at last. Okay. ML. Nice one. Each time I learn something in Blender, I'm like, that's cool that I know that now, but that means I've suffered for nothing, you know? Not many people know, but with Shift R, you can repeat the last action. No way. No way. Let me try it. Oh, seriously. Okay, I should stream Blender, Blender modeling more often. Okay, let's see how it looks. Yeah, let's create a new module. Some people pay for classes when you can just stream for free. Yeah, they don't know what they're missing. So yeah, let's create a new material. Why is that so slow? For some reason, creating new materials is really slow. Maybe I should restart my computer at some point. I've been streaming for a week without turning it off. Ceramic. We want a little hint, and it shouldn't be rough at all. Cool. Okay. Next, I want some metal stuff here. We are not going for anything too realistic, but we want to sell the idea, you know. Okay, let's create a new material. Metal. I need solutions, not problem. Okay, now we create a new face inside this, so that we can just extract this for the faucet. And I think there's a screw, yeah, this one, but I don't know how to use it. Never used it. Extrude selected vertices in a circle around the cursor in indicated viewport. Okay. So let's place the cursor. I don't know how to. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. The cursor is not at the right place right now. Okay. How do I move this cursor? View. Oh yeah, 3D cursor location. And it should be at the same location as the object. I'm not sure how much. Yeah, cool. Okay, the axis. I don't want to use this axis. So I'm using first time using this tool. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, cool. That's so satisfying. Why does this work so much? So good, so good. Okay, it's a bit too big, right? Let's try a smaller one. What? What's going on? What? Sorry. Okay, it's pretty hard to set the right location for this. I think that will work. What's going on? Oh, now it's working. Okay, cool. But it's not even going into the... Yeah, we don't really care. Okay. Let's make all of that smooth shaded. Except this face and this face. Okay. Perfect. Maybe a bit too big. Okay. Oh, that's good. Nice. Now we need same kind of cylinder. Wait, I messed up with the position. Yeah. Let's create a new cylinder. Cool. And this is just going to be the small hole at the bottom of your bathtub. Okay. Don't forget to apply your scale. Do they don't apply when exporting? Let's save first. Apartment dot blend. Okay. Let's see how it looks in game now. So we are importing the scene. I hope it's going to be good. I'm just going to remove this box. We don't need it anymore. Okay. And let's just add the entire scene. Okay, let's try it. It's a good habit when scaling stuff, otherwise some action in Blender will behave in strange ways. Okay. Here's our work in game. That's working pretty well. Well, of course I can go through. I think, okay, it's been a really long time since I've done this. Do we have to add the call suffix to the model to add collision? Or is it a whole old meta? Generate physics? What's that? Static body? Oh, so cool. I can re-import and you just doing that? Let's see. Let's take the ball inside of the bath. Nice. Oh no! Oh no. The collisions are not working great. The character is a rigid body, so why is it? Is the character really? No, the character. I don't understand that. The character is itself a rigid body, so it should be pushed by the ball so that I don't push it through the wall of the bathtub. You know what I mean? Is the ball really light or something? No? That's weird. Like, why can I push through the ball like that? It shouldn't let me go. Like, it should stop me, you know? strange. It works well enough. Okay. Let's go back to Blender. So let's give proper names to stuff, since we are going to use that when importing. This is pretty important when you import, because we are going to give some physics information from the import thing. So if we have cube 1, cube 2, cube 4, it's going to be strange. Okay. This is going to be the faucet. Bathtub faucet. And bathtub drain. And let's apply the size. I think it's Alt S or something. No, it's too clear. Control, no. Shift S, no. Which one was it? Control Alt S? No, the Shift Alt S. Which one is to apply? It's been quite a long time. Apply, scale, Blender. Control A. Oh, okay. And then you have to choose. Oh, okay. I was used to Alt and then the modifier to, like, you know, to clear. So I thought there was a way. Shift A? What's Shift A? No. Okay. So scale and rotation. I don't want to apply the transform, like the translation. Okay. Next. Can we... Okay. Okay, this is something I want to try. Not something I expect to have in the game. But as far as I can remember, you can actually have... cloth simulation easily. But I could be wrong. Soft body. (3D). This body will be ignored until you set a mesh. Yeah, of course. Okay. Let's set a mesh. Just a grid. Array mesh? No. Plane mesh, okay. Okay. Let's try something. If that works, that would be really cool. Okay. Pinpoint. This one, this one, this one. Okay. Can we choose where to pin them? No, I'm not sure. Okay. Let's try that. Oh, wait. I need to have both faces. Which one is it? Yeah, let's create a new material. And where is it? Culling, where is culling? Disabled, okay. Cool. It's way too far. Can we get all of that closer to us? Thanks. Maybe we have too many lights now. We need to remove lights. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good, but I want it to be easier to go through. So linear stiffness. I can't go through. It's really realistic looking. That's cool. Wait. Oh yeah, I can. Okay, I can go through the. Yeah. It makes sense. I changed the name. It's way too solid. How do I change that? Total mass 0 kilo. Shrinking factor. What's that? Shrinking factor scales the wrist length. Okay. Oh no. Oh, I think, okay. This does not update real time. Okay, understood. Okay, that's funny, but it makes like I need this drag coefficient. Let's try. I need this to be like really light and that I can just go through it easily. Right now it's pretty hard to go through. Maybe it should be collided with but not collide back, if that's a thing. Wait, this is supposed to be... yeah? We abort this. Drag coefficient is at 0. That's so bad. Oh wait, maybe I can... maybe it's the physics material. Can I apply a physics material to this? Wait, I can... okay, I can assign... oh no. Do we try to put each attachment to something on a rail? Like in real life? We could try. Isn't there a way to assign a physics material to this? That's strange. Like, I want this to have no friction, but there's no physics material to it. Maybe you had to add a bit of mass. Let's try it. Are you serious? It was like infinite mass if it was 0? That's so stupid. Did they tell about? Do they tell about it? The default value of this property will instead be 0, which will cause the body to automatically calculate the mass to 1 kilo per point. This is a bug which will be fixed in Godot 4.7. Okay. That's pretty cool looking. I think we can keep it like that. That's pretty cool. Can we have it even here? What will happen here? Great success? Yeah, thank you, Spectre. That's perfect. Can I put this? Yeah, this can go through, no problem. Okay. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's less good. Simulation precision. Let's use way too many points. Did it break? Wait, did it break? Oh no, wait. When I increase this, it changes the position of the fixed point. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Okay. Ooh. What's happening here? Okay. Okay, I think for best results, we need something that will not interact with the bathtub. And maybe we can fix some points here. Okay. Let's try that. Oh. Huh. Yeah, that's more work than what we will want. But it's the kind of little thing you see in the game and you're like, hey, that's funny, they put a little thing here. Okay, that kind of works. Yep. Yeah, I think that works. Cool. Now I want to try something. I want to try to have static body. Wait. I was looking at something else. Look back and see clothes that look like butt cheeks. No. That's not possible. You dreamed it. Okay, let's add a little cube. Little box. there. Okay. We can make the box a little bit smaller. Is that what you call gaslighting? I think it's what you call being a pervert for seeing that in my PG game, okay? It's gross. Honestly, Spectre, I'm disappointed. Non-uniform scale. What do you mean? Okay. Okay. Now let's add a rigid body. It's not my fault the fold looked like that. Tell yourself what you want. I cannot help you at this point. Okay, let's duplicate this collision shape. We are doing something crazy here. We are trying to change the way games work. Like we're changing the game industry today. That's how far we're going to go with this game. Now okay, just so you understand, I'm trying to do the little rail for for the drape. Slider joint. Okay. Now this slider joint should be here. Where's the rigid body? Okay. Perfect. Perfection. Okay. And now the slider joint. Let's put it here. Linear limit. So node A. Path to the first node attached to the joint. It's going to be our rigid body, and the other one is going to be our static body. Why is it in this direction? I want the other direction. Do I need to rotate that? Yes, okay. The linear limit should be 2 meters. And now we need to attach the soft body to the rigid body. Okay. Let's try it. Oh no. Oh no. What happened? Wait, we need to move the player, the character, to be able to see what's happening. Or just to move that in front of me. Can I rotate the character, or will it break everything? Huh. This was not the right rotation. Yeah, it does break everything. Cool. Okay, so why does this break like that? Do I need to remove the rotation? I'm not sure why that's happening. Wait. Wait. The bathtub is here. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, the cushion shape, okay. But why is the soft body here? And why is okay? The static body is. Why is the static body? Oh wait. Maybe okay. Let's okay. Got it. This shouldn't be children of the soft body itself. What's happening? Non-uniform scale. Why are they talking about non-uniform scale? Okay, let's try again. Oh. It works. Does it work? It's so bad. Yeah, you know what? Let's completely abort this. Okay. Okay. Having this is already pretty good. So I'm good with that. Can we put Godot face on that for the lol? Godot Oh, they don't have a... Yeah, they do. Okay. Icon. Of course it's out upside down. Can we change the UV map for this? Okay, cool. Let's go. Cool. I think it works well. Will it work in web export? That's going to be funny. I think we should try web export at least once. We'll see that later. Okay, cool. That works. I'm keeping it in. Cool. Let's go back to Blender now. Let's save this. Maybe let's do a commit. Commit bathtub update. Can you imagine logging into Steam and seeing bathtub update and you're like really excited? You're like, yes, finally they updated the bathtub. They added the cloth simulation to it. I think players are going to be really excited for this, you know? Let's go back to our Blender world, where everything gets made. Let's add a cylinder. Finally, proper cloth simulation for the bath curtain. They took their time. They took way too much time for this, but finally it's here. Okay, we're going to add a little railing to go with what we just made. Okay. This is going to trigger some OCD, but I'm just going to eyeball it. Maybe like that. So the game is going to be an out of the bathtub experience. Exactly. That's what I'm aiming. That's what all game devs are really aiming for these days. To be able to make a out of a bathtub experience in a modern era of gaming. Only few of us game devs are able to do that kind of things. This is state-of-the-art game dev right now, so I hope you're appreciating what's happening. I hope you're appreciating how offset all my objects are from their origin point. Don't forget the soap you can sleep on. No, that's... no. You're trying to bait me to overscope, and we are not about overscoping here. This is only... we're only doing the bare minimum here. I don't know what gave you the idea that we are doing anything else than what's explicitly needed for the gameplay to work. Bath bar. Okay, you know what? I did not check for YouTube. Maybe people have been praising the bath curtain on YouTube, and I'm not even aware, you know. So that's something we need to maybe fix. People. No, we're good. No one's talking into the good the YouTube chat. Okay. Let's go back into Godot and see where the bar is going. Cool. It's pretty much close to where I wanted it to be. What's going on? Returning transform tree? What do you mean? What's that? What's that about? I think we're just going to ignore that. Get out of the bathtub, sleep, die. The shorter the better. That could be the. That's okay. We are going to keep that as a way if we really need to close the game jam sooner. Like if we running out of time, this is going to be our fix. This is high level game dev. As you can see, we raised the bar pretty high. Exactly. Someone will have to explain me why it doesn't look anyway close to what we want. Oh yeah, but because the scale was completely okay. Got it. Cool. Nice. This is perfect. Maybe we can even have a bit stiffer. No, it might be too stiff. Yep, cool. Oh, nice. It naturally does the curtain stuff. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, we made it. We made it. It works. Okay, that's my bath bomb. Okay, it doesn't interact a lot. I guess the ball is not yeah, the ball is too light. This works though. It works surprisingly well. That's pretty cool. Okay, cool. That's the worst curtain though, because all the water is going to go outside. But I don't care. Okay, cool. What's the next step? Good question. You're fed up with the curtain stuff. Next step will be the faucet, like the the mirror, the faucet, stuff like that. So let's do that. I think we can just steal the bathtub look. Like let's steal everything from the bathtub and just make it the same. But for our faucet. Let's apply rotation. See? I'm listening to you. No, I am playing around with what I made yesterday too. I understand, but you have a time limit. You're right, Fantozer. You are correct. Okay, cool. Let's make that smaller. We need that to be way... okay. Like that. This. Okay, cool. See? We're going pretty fast now. Oh wait, yeah, I'm going to ignore the fact that we need a little thing to actuate the faucet for now. We might want to be able to turn it on and off, but I don't want to do that kind of stuff right now. So yeah, let's just block things out. I don't know why we were that precise with the look of things. We should just block things out first. Can I just copy this? Okay. Okay, so that should be the mirror. Okay, we're not going to invent a way to handle mirrors right now. They don't render mirrors in Cyberpunk, so I'm not sure we're going to do that right now in this game. Okay, the toilet is just going to be this for now. Cool. We'll improve that later on. Okay. Let's name things correctly. So that's faucet. That's faucet. Faucet. Faucet? Faucet drain. Mirror. Okay. And that's the faucet block. Okay, we might want to have collision shapes later on that are a bit simpler than what we have here, but let's try things like that. So let's go back to Blender, Godot. Let's go back to Godot, and now let's, okay. And now let's define what's supposed to be a collision. We want the faucet to be collision. We want the faucet block to be a collision. And the toilet to be a collision. Oh, I did not call it toilet. Let's call it toilet. Okay. Okay, let's try it. Okay, that's way too high. Okay, I did not expect this to be that high. So we need to update this. This is the right height, I guess. This might even be a bit too high. Yeah, everything is a bit too high. Okay, let's go back here. This might be a bit too high. We could just get that inside the ground. Yeah, that may, yeah, that works. Okay, this is way too high. we could scale it down or just lower it. Let's try to lower it first. This we're going to scale down. Okay, let's retry. Okay. That's making a bit more sense. Still a bit high, but yep. Yeah, it's still a bit high. I don't know if it's maybe the camera from the player that is a bit low. The camera is at 1.5 meters. Yeah, that's a bit low. Can we get it a bit higher than this? Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, so that will be the bathroom. Let's go next. We need to add walls to this. Let's save. Let's save this as it is. Bathroom. Okay. I need to get some water. I'll be back in a minute and we'll make the walls, okay? We're only blocking things out first. I think the bathtub we went a bit too much in depth. So yeah, next we'll make the rest of the room, and once everything is blocked, then we can decide what is supposed to be interacted with, like little closet area or stuff like that. Doors. I want to. Okay, we can have fun with the door too. So yeah, getting some water and I'll be back. And we are back. Let's make the walls. So let's get back into Blender. And let's make all the walls. Maybe all the walls should be inside the same mesh. Okay. Okay, cool. Nice. Let's extrude this. Wait, I should have extruded both sides at the same time. Okay. 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 Pretty cool. And then we can have the door here. Nice. For the door, we might want to join those two walls. So do we do a loop cut on everything? Let's go. Okay. And then let's join those two things. I think there's a way, if I remember correctly, I think there's a cool way to join those two kind of stuff. You can I don't know. Let's just do this way. I thought the grid fill was the way, but apparently closed loop are not supported. Bridge edge loops. Okay, let's look for that. Just hit space. Space just start animation. Bridge. Maybe it's in edge. Bridge edge loops. Oh, that's perfect. Cool. Cool. So that's going to be the walls. So let's call that walls. Let's save. Let's change the material for that. Like just white, okay. Don't know which button is search for you. I never use search, so I don't know either. Yeah. I usually just know where things kind of are. Okay, so we saved. We should be able to go back to Godot and just change the import to specify that the walls should be a static body. Okay. And then re-import. Nice. So now the issue is with the light. So let's bring this light inside to have some light here. Cool. It's a bit bright. It's a bit too bright. Let's change the power. Okay. Then we can reactivate those lights here. Let's see how that works. Yeah, the light is way too bright still. But hey, that really looks like a bathroom, which is pretty cool. That's so cool that we are able to do that with free and open source tool. Like you can just create space and move around in them and interact with stuff. Can I bring something here? Nice. Okay. Cool. You know what? I want to try something. I want to try to make an object interactable directly from Blender. Let's try to do that. So we're going to go into the bathtub area. Here, let's add a sub bar, just for Spectre. So it's just going to be a wait. Let's make the cursor here. Search for you should be F3. Let's try it. Nope. Wasn't that. Maybe we can search. Maybe it's shift space or stuff like that. No. Control space. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice. Okay. So let's say this is a sub bar. Okay. And I want people to be able to interact with this. So I'm going to put it here. That's really cool. That's really cool. Let's add a modifier to that. I'm surprised that modifier kind of works out of the box from this to Godot. You know what? Let's try a subdivision surface modifier. For the subbar, okay. Yes, that's cool. That's what I want. Okay, let's make it pink. I think most subbar are kind of. Oh no, some of them are like yellow. At exporting, the modifiers just get applied. But I'm not exporting, I'm just saving the blend file. So that's why I'm surprised. I'm just saving the blend file. Can we have a... Yeah, that's better. Okay, so let's save this. Let's call it subbar. Yeah, it's just a blend file that I save inside my Godot project. So that's why I'm pretty surprised it's working really well. They really improved the process. So here, the subbar, let's make it a physics, but it will be a rigid body, okay? And it's going to be a rigid body. And the physics material, we're going to make it really slippery. Okay. And we are going to put it on layer 9, which should make it pickable. If that works, that's going to be really cool. Oh, that works. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Where? No! It disappeared. Oh no. It went through the bathtub. That's so nice. I just have a little bar now. It's way too reflective. No, not you. Oh yeah, the drawer are kind of broken because I can open them in the wrong direction and then they get stuck. Yeah. That's really cool. Huh? Okay. Okay, that kind of works. Okay, cool. So this is something we can do. Nice. Let's go back to Blender now, and we're going to try to make a door. So those are the walls. We want the door to stay simple, so we're just going to copy the sides from the door like there. Okay. Let's duplicate that. Now we separate that so that it's its own object now. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Then what's that? Now we need to solidify this. Doesn't work. Why? Oh, it doesn't work like I would like to. Okay. How can I do it then? Let's just scale this from the Y position. Why does it do that from this point? Oh, I need to go into edit mode. Okay, my bad. Okay. Now I need to extrude from normals. Extrude along normals. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like that. Okay. And now let's add the door. Wait, it's a bit too narrow to my liking. Okay. So for the door, let's just create a new thing. You know what? We should be able to do that from this. Wait, is it me or are the... Yeah, what's up with this? Why are those things not at the right position? Okay. 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 Let's add. Yeah, we don't need a door to be that high. I like it. We're making progress. Okay. And now we need a little doorknob. Let's just add a cube for the doorknob for now. We'll be able to improve everything later on. That's the beauty of software. You can just software stuff, you can just try again and fail all the way to success, you know? If you're sculpting, you have to start over if you fail, you know? First off, you can just what will make much more sense? Open the door that way or that way? I think that way. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's try this. I don't know at all how it's going to work because it's going to be a physics element, but I want to add a spin joint, you know? Okay, so I saved, let's call this one door. Let's call this one door frame. Save. I think the door frame is a bit too deep. get back to the Godot world. Here's our door. There's no collision yet. We need to make it an actual element. So, door, physics. Physics, yes, and it's going to be a rigid body, but... Oh. Now I need to actually make a spin joint. Let's try. So I'm going to add a spin joint. Isn't that a thing? A pin joint? A hinge joint. Okay. Hinge joint. We're going to put it here. Okay. Node A. So here we have to go into this scene. So we need to use editable parent. I hope this will not create too many issues. That way we can actually select the door and the walls. Okay. Let's try things as they are, like that. Huh. Okay. So, angular limit enable. What's that? Motor? No, I don't want a motor. But right now it's only moving a bit. I never explain what axis I want to use. So maybe that will be good to know. Along which axis does that move? Let's check the condition. A physics joint that restricts the rotation of a 3D body around an axis relative to another physics body. Body A can be static body 3, representing a door hinge, and a rigid body rotates around. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. That doesn't give me information about what axis. I think we can see a little blue. That's really faint, but yeah, I think it's the blue line, which will mean that it's the Z axis that is used. Yeah, now we can see the yeah, okay, cool. Let's try again. Nice. Can I close that? Oh, I cannot jump anymore. Cannot jump anymore. I'm stuck. Let's try again. So this time, I don't want to be stuck into the bathroom, so I guess we're going to make it so that it opens. Yeah, that you can open it this way. Okay, we need to enable a limit. Let's see how that works. That's the limit. Okay. That's really cool. So honestly, just being able to do this is already really cool. Like, that's insane. I feel like the character is really small. Or maybe I'm making things way too big. I'll need to check sizes. Okay, cool. So we have a door that we can close. Now we need to be able to open it. So can we... Let's try to make the door pickable. I don't know at all what it will do, but I want to see. So if we select the door and make it pickable, let's try. The issue is with the origin of the door. I need to make sure it's the right one. Yeah. Yeah, because if not, it will act weirdly. Is there a simple way to redefine the origin for an object? Like, I won't want the origin to be this. Is there a way to redefine the origin? So I want the cursor to be the yeah, that's the new selection thing. I'm not sure if it's good or not, but that's what it looked. Yeah, I'm not sure. That works. You can select stuff. Yes, I can just open and close the door. That's so cool. Everything's working. I can just open the door with the existing system. I don't need to create a new one. We have a complete bathroom now, even with the sub bar. That's so cool. Oh, that didn't work. Yeah, because I don't have collision up there. And yep, that okay. So yeah, collision, sometimes they don't work. But yeah, Things are working pretty nice now. Okay, so let's save this. I have a door. Just the height of the door is a bit too, I think it's a bit too high. Let's measure that. Can we measure that? 3 meter 4. Oh no, okay. The measure tool was wrong. Wait, is the measure tool always bad? Yeah, the measure tool is bad. Okay. How do I know the size of this then? That's 2 meters? Wait, that's 2 meters? No way. Okay, everything is bad then. Can I change the scale of the world? Blender, change world scale. Okay. Okay. Oh no. So now that's 1 meter. I'm not sure it was a good idea to do that. Anyways, let's ignore this. I think the door is a bit too high. Let's lower it. Okay. Let's save and let's go back. This. It's still a bit too high. Okay, it's still a bit too high for my liking, but maybe we can just do this. Yes. Okay. The light. The light is too bright. Honestly, I think I prefer adding the light in Godot, but yeah. Let's keep them here from now. Okay. Let's duplicate this ground for the ceiling. Okay, so now we have the ceiling. Let's see how it looks. Huh, the light is too high, and so we cannot see anything. Okay, let's go back into Blender and fix that. Light is a bit too high. Let's lower it. It's still too bright for some reason, so let's lower the brightness. We need some fixture to understand why there's some light. So let's add, first let's make the section cursor to selected. Okay, let's add a little sphere. Don't need a sphere like that. You can use a cheap one. Okay, shade smooth. That will do it. Will be the light bulb. Okay. Now, needs to be attached to the top. So let's do this. Okay. This should be metal. And this should be a new material. Okay. Hey, Badmosh. What's up? So let's go back into Godot. It's going to re-import. We need to make sure the light is emitting through. This shouldn't have any shadow. Can we explain that? The light bulb shouldn't cast shadow. Okay, let's go. I saw the drawers you made yesterday on Blue Sky. Yep, the drawers are here. It was to test if stuff was interactable. Those are broken. You're supposed to open them from that side. And then you can just close them. And today we are working on the apartment, and the first thing was the bathroom. So you have the door here. You can open the door for the bathroom and enter the bathroom. Here you are. Some details are not modeled yet. I spent too much time on the bathtub and the faucet, and you can, hey Merlinu, you can close the door for privacy. Yeah, and then you have you can pick things up like the soap bar that is actually slippery. And that can open the door if you a game where you have only 5 minutes to use the bathroom. Yeah, that's it. You can close the door like that, and then you can go into the bathtub. There's not much to do here, but that's funny to do. There is a cloth simulation. Where's the stop? Yep, that's what we've made so far today. We could make a curling game too. But yeah, that's some liminal space right there. A bathroom and some cubes and a desk with a broken drawer. Oh yeah, you can rotate stuff too. Oh, I should try to rotate the door, see what happens. Yeah. Strange things. I'm back, what did I miss? Oh, we have a door now. Look. So we have walls. Wait, I should lower the lights here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we have a... Let me remove the lights altogether. So we have walls. Okay, let me restart so that we can see everything in action. I did something especially for you.